What's going on, guys? Antoine Austin here with another quick, brief message. And I want to kind of hit you guys with some gems today along the lines of priority management and time management. Ever since I was about 18 years old, I kind of steered away from your traditional thinking and things that keep you kind of inside of a box. Um, and so, what I found over my 29 years here, operating on this earth, so to speak, is that it's not the amount of time you spend doing something, but the quality of time you put into what you're doing. You can spend 1 minute closing a huge transaction or getting the girl of your dreams, and or spend countless hours just turning your wheels. And I think it comes down to exiting out all the junk that's in our minds. We've been conditioned over the last, years that we've all been here, into a certain way of thinking, whether it be growing up with parents, whether it be um, things that we learn in our childhood. And you got to think we have to break those conditions. And what allows us to break those conditions is getting around a new influence, getting around people who are going to uplift you, getting around people who can help you strive in your goals and what it is that you want to accomplish in your life. And so I think that it's not so much time management, it's priority management. You know, it should only be 2 to 3 critical things in a day that you should do to make sure that you're successful and sustainable at whatever it is that you're doing. It's never a bunch of things that have to be done over a long hour span of time. 8 hours is usually what people say. I think things can be done in a small amount of time. And how to do that is don't to heck with the to-do list. You don't got to have a to-do list. Narrow things down to what's the most important at the time. Do those things first and be done with it. You'll see over time, and you consistently do that, that you will have a lot of time freed up and you'll be making more income in whatever you're doing. Sometimes us as humans, we want to cram so much in that we don't understand that we're not even being productive, we're just being busy. And there's a difference between being productive and being busy. And those two things are you being someone who is proactive or you being someone who is reactive, reacting to what's around you, or someone who is proactive where you're really sitting back, understanding what's going on and you're making smart decisions. So I would definitely tell people to, this is a book that's really stood out to me. I'm actually taking this with me as I depart here today. But, you know, it's about time efficiency. It's not about being lazy, but it's about time efficiency. Are there things that you can be doing that you could substitute someone else doing it for you? Are there things that it's not really worth your time, but there's somebody who could find the time to get them done for you with the right amount of price tag put on it? Hire, source your life. And all about sourcing a life. I highly believe in the 4 hour work week. It doesn't mean you work 4 hours a day. It just means that you be more proficient in what you're doing. I also highly believe in having a set morning routine. That way you can get in the right state of mind as you start to conquer your day. I also believe in, keeping good, clean energy around you. You can feel fake vibes from anyone. It's not rocket science. I also believe in traveling and experiencing more, having different generations around you, young people, old people. That way you can have a different perspective about life. That way you don't get so stuck in the old ways because you know what they say. You can't teach a new dog. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, excuse me. But I'm telling you, man, I want to tear into their ass today because some, individuals think that it's just going to be handed to them, and it's not. It's going to take getting down with the blood, sweat, and the tears, and you know, digging deep. Getting the shovels and digging deep because if it was easy, everybody still wouldn't do it. And so I would tell people, don't be realistic. You know, um, what is realistic? Somebody bent a piece of metal and flew it across the Pacific. That's not realistic. We're riding in airplanes today. I'm getting ready to get on a plane to head to Cancun for a couple of days. I'm thinking to myself, somebody bent this piece of metal into a shape, and now we're flying across the freaking Caribbean to get a bunch of people to a destination. And you got to understand that's not realistic. but somebody created that. So there's a lot that you can create, and there's a lot that you can do. And one thing I would say to do is to stay focused. Keep people around you that are good for your heart and your soul. And you feel unauthenticity, exit out because you don't need it. And to also piggyback on authenticity, when I say who are the five people you're hanging out around you, I'm in real estate here. I'm getting some notifications, but I'm in real estate. So naturally, I'm going to hang around people who are doing better than me in real estate, right? Sure, we have our friends and our family, and they're from different industries here. Get this out, and they're from different industries, and but that doesn't mean that we can't have acquaintances and associates who operate within the same industry as we operate in. It's about building yourself up. If you want to be the prize in the marketplace, if you want to increase your sexual market value, if you want to increase your market value in general as a business person or a business lady, or male, you got to get down and you got to dig deep because, like I said, if it was easy, everybody still wouldn't do it. Anyhow, guys, I hope that kind of helps a little bit. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me, guys, what you want to see in the next entrepreneur mindset videos, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.